The Ballet Family. On a big sparkling stage, the lights shine like tiny little stars. Peppa's family, Daddy Pig, Mummy Pig and Peppa, hold hands and walk out as the audience claps, clap, 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 so loudly. Daddy Pig has a great sense of rhythm. He's as energetic as a professional dancer. The dress is probably too cute. Peppa wears a super cute ballet dress, fluffy like a little white cloud, and gives a sweet bow. Hello, everyone! The music starts la la la, and Peppa gently tiptoes, spinning round and round like a little princess. Mummy Pig dances gracefully, while Daddy Pig tries his best to follow. He looks so cute and a little bit funny. The whole family dances together in rhythm, hands up, twirl, tiny jumps. Everyone is smiling so brightly. The audience cheers. Wow, so amazing! Making Peppa feel even more confident. Peppa performs beautiful ballet moves, spinning fast but still soft and light, like she's floating. Daddy Pig and Mummy Pig look at Peppa with proud smiles as they finish the dance together. When the music ends, they hold hands and take a big bow. Thank you, everyone! The audience claps loudly and non-stop. A truly fun and unforgettable performance.
Christmas is here!
Huh?
Christmas is here! Peppa wakes up to see the whole world covered in sparkling white snow. Peppa and George rush to the living room. The Christmas tree is glowing brighter than ever. Peppa twirls with joy, while George admires the shiny ornaments. Christmas feels magical! The family gets everything ready. Stockings are hung neatly, and a golden star is placed on the very top. Peppa gasps as a bright light streaks across the sky. Christmas is full of surprises and magic. Rainbow surprise! The rain has stopped. The sky is clear and everything sparkles in the sunshine. Peppa and George rush into the garden, hopping on the wet grass. The air feels fresh and lovely.
Whoa!
Look! A colorful rainbow lights up the sky after the rain.
Yippee!
George shouts with joy, while Peppa runs around as if she could touch the sparkling colors. Peppa and George skipped around an imaginary rainbow. The whole family stood together, watching the rainbow from afar. The sun was shining, the birds were chirping, and the scenery was colorful. Peppa realizes that after every rain, there's something wonderful to see. A rainbow full of colors.
Peppa and George take care of the flamingos. Peppa and George are visiting a bright pink flamingo farm. Peppa has an important job, delivering juicy watermelons to the hungry flamingos. It turns out the flamingos here absolutely love watermelon. Whoa! Peppa watches proudly while George is amazed at how quickly the long beaks peck away. After a big meal, there is always another job to do. Peppa becomes the farm's most hard-working cleaner. Peppa and George learn that caring for animals means feeding them and keeping their home nice and clean. items from strangers. One day, George was happily walking down his usual path with some money. But along the way, George encountered a stranger. This stranger cleverly tricked George into giving him his money, then offered him a bottle of water to drink. Unaware of the danger, George drank the stranger's water when he got home. Shortly after, George's stomach started churning uncomfortably. He suddenly started farting repeatedly, surprising and annoying Peppa. The two siblings chased each other around the house in hilarious situations. Seeing this, Daddy Pig and Mommy Pig rushed to intervene. But then they realized George's stomach was still aching and churning, so they became worried. Mommy and Daddy gently explained to Peppa and George, "You absolutely must not accept or eat anything from strangers." From that day on, George and Peppa learned a very important lesson about safety. Always be wary of strangers and only accept food and drink from family members. I prefer this response. Afterward, Mommy Pig carefully took care of George, helping him rest until his stomach felt better.
Peppa and the giant blue balloon. Peppa runs into the yard and discovers a giant blue balloon lying on the grass. George taps the balloon lightly. It makes a boing sound that makes him burst into laughter. Daddy Pig is dozing off on the porch. The giant balloon rolls into his foot, waking him for a moment before he falls back asleep. Peppa and George push the giant balloon around the yard, laughing each time it bounces high. Peppa and George keep playing, pushing the balloon back and forth, while Daddy Pig continues sleeping peacefully on the porch.
Peppa and George learn colour. Peppa and George take a walk in the park, where the world looks like a giant box of crayons. Colours are everywhere, bright, soft, warm and cool, just waiting to be noticed. In the middle of the grass, a blue flower sways softly, like a tiny piece of the sky resting on the ground. Blue is the colour of calm rivers and wide skies. It feels cool, peaceful, and gentle. Right beside it, a bright yellow flower shines proudly in the sunlight. Yellow is the colour of sunshine and happiness. It feels warm, cheerful, and full of energy. Above them, green leaves rustle in the breeze, forming a soft canopy overhead. Green is the colour of life and growing things. It feels fresh, healthy, and full of nature. Nearby, a yellow excavator stands still on the grass, bold and bright. Bright yellow is easy to see. It grabs attention and makes sure no one misses it. Under their feet lies brown soil, warm and steady. Brown is the colour of the earth. It feels strong, safe, and dependable, the perfect place for colourful flowers to grow. In the park, Peppa and George learn that every colour has its own feeling, and together they make the world beautiful.
Peppa Pig and the Windy Hill Picnic. Today, Peppa's family goes for a picnic on a windy hill. Oh. George chases his apple as the wind blows it away.
Oh.
Time for a little chase.
Uh-oh.
They enjoy lunch together, laughing in the breeze. And finally, they fly a kite high into the sky. George smelling flowers. What a beautiful morning! George is walking in the flower-filled garden.
Whoa.
George found a beautiful flower.
Yahoo!
George tried to smell the flowers to see how they smelled. Oh, it smells so good! George loves the smell. George continued to discover many other lovely scents. Oh my! George is smelling too much! But George was still very happy to explore the garden full of fragrant flowers. Peppa and the shared umbrella. It's a rainy morning, and Peppa brings her favorite pink umbrella. She sees Wendy Wolf getting wet under a tree. Peppa smiles and shares her umbrella with Wendy. They walk together, splashing puddles and singing happily. Madame Gazelle says, "Sharing is wonderful." Peppa and Wendy smile under the pink umbrella.
Peppa Pig and the fun counting lesson. Peppa, Fox and Pony decide to become little mathematicians today. Peppa starts by counting the tractors by the roadside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fox chooses to count the tall street lamps standing proudly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pony happily counts the green trees waving their leaves. Peppa also counts the rubbish bins along the road. Finally, they count the most important thing, themselves. 1 Peppa, 1 Fox, 1 Pony, 3 little friends, and endless counting fun. When Peppa became a ballet dancer. Today, Peppa decides to become a ballet dancer, and the whole world is her stage. In the living room, Peppa spins gracefully in a circle, almost spinning the rug along with her. Outside on the pathway, even the small sidewalk becomes a grand stage. Peppa rises onto her tiptoes as if performing for thousands of people. In the park, the tall green trees seem to bow gently with every twirl she makes. on the soft grass. Keeping balance is trickier than Peppa expected, but a true dancer never gives up. Whether in the living room, on the street, or in the park, Peppa believes that with passion, any place can become a ballet stage.
Photography. It's time to take a perfect family picture. Mummy Pig sets the camera on the timer. Everyone gets into position. Say cheese! Peppa smiles brightly, but George winks just as the camera is about to flash. Take 2. Try to hold still. Everyone is looking at the lens. But Daddy Pig feels a tickle in his nose. Something is wrong. Daddy Pig! Achoo! Daddy Pig sneezes just as the camera snaps. The whole family bursts into laughter. Oh well, they'll have to try again.
Peppa Pig and the strange-sounding trumpet. Peppa finds a toy trumpet that looks very ordinary. But when she tries to blow it, the sound is very different. George is startled at first, then becomes curious. Peppa blows more gently, and the trumpet immediately changes its mood. It turns out the trumpet likes to be played in its own way. Peppa and George learn that sometimes listening is just as important as making noise.
Peppa and George pack the picnic basket with Mummy Pig, bringing bread, fruit, and drinks. The family walked into the colorful flower garden with bees and butterflies flying around.
Hey!
Peppa picked a red rose. George picked a sunflower, both laughing happily. Daddy Pig lifted Peppa to reach a tall flower. Peppa raised her hand excitedly. George curiously watched a snail crawling on a leaf. The family sat on the picnic blanket, eating bread, drinking water, and enjoying the beautiful garden view.
Peppa Pig and the Secret Garden Map. While playing in the garden, Peppa and George discover a mysterious piece of paper. Peppa opens it and realizes it is a hand-drawn map filled with strange symbols. They follow the map through the garden, exploring familiar places in a new way. Under a big tree, they uncover a small hidden box. Wow! The box reveals colorful stones, ending the little adventure with warm smiles. Nice weekend! One weekend with beautiful weather, Daddy and George decided to go fishing to relax. Wow! George and Daddy were delighted with the fish. Mummy and Peppa were busy weeding the vegetable garden. Their efforts resulted in fresh, clean vegetables. The weekend meal was filled with joy. They had prepared the dishes themselves. Peppa loved watching the horses, so after the meal, Daddy took Peppa to the horse farm. Peppa giggled with delight. A weekend full of fun activities that helped strengthen family bonds. Afterwards, Peppa's family returned home in good spirits.
Peppa Pig and the Magical Rain. It starts to rain, and Peppa and George watch the drops roll down the window like tiny mirrors. Mummy Pig brings out their raincoats and favorite muddy boots. To them, rainy days mean the best time to jump in puddles. They rush outside, splashing water everywhere, laughing as the puddles sparkle like mirrors on the ground. Suddenly, the sun peeks through the clouds, and a bright rainbow stretches across the sky.
Wow!
Whoa! Daddy Pig steps outside, looks up, and is amazed to see the rain has stopped and a beautiful rainbow has appeared. Peppa and George laugh joyfully, ending the magical afternoon. Peppa Pig and the Magical Garden. Peppa is playing when she suddenly kicks a softly glowing stone. When she sets it back down, a glowing sprout slowly rises from the ground. The sprout grows quickly into a shimmering magical flower bush. George runs over, and the two happily admire the glowing flowers. Finally, Peppa's whole family sits down to admire the giant flower tree. Peppa and George joyfully hop on the huge blossoms, feeling truly happy.
A fun day at the pool. Peppa's family decides to have a fun day at the swimming pool. Peppa and George can't wait to touch the cool water. Both sisters made sure to warm up their bodies with basic exercises before getting into the pool. Daddy Pig prepares a grand jump and creates a surprising little wave. Mummy Pig chooses a graceful and careful way into the pool. Peppa practices kicking her legs while George fully trusts his float. George didn't know how to swim, so the lifebuoy became his best friend. It turns out the best part of the pool isn't the biggest splash, but laughing together as a family.
Peppa Pig and the Rainbow Rain. It's raining outside, and Peppa and George watch the raindrops slide down the window, wondering when a rainbow will appear. The rain stops, and sunlight peeks through the clouds. Peppa happily grabs her umbrella and runs outside with George to find the rainbow. A big, colorful rainbow arches across the sky. Peppa skips with joy, while George points up in amazement. In their imagination, Peppa and George slide down the rainbow like a giant, colorful slide, laughing as they glide through fluffy clouds. As the rainbow fades, Peppa and George lie on the grass, smiling softly, knowing that every rain brings a little magic. Hot Air Balloon Festival. It's the Hot Air Balloon Festival today. Peppa and George are at the field. The huge balloons are being inflated.
Wow!
Look! The first balloon is ready. It goes up high, higher and higher. Peppa cheers happily. How wonderful! So many balloons are going up. Blue, pink, polka dots. It's like a garden of flowers in the sky. Peppa and George wave goodbye to the adventures in the sky. What a colorful festival!
Peppa Pig and the Late Night Sheep Counting. Peppa and George decide to play just a little longer, even though the clock has already gone to sleep. The toy blocks become more exciting than ever, especially when it's supposed to be bedtime. When they finally lie down, they realize sleep doesn't arrive as quickly as playtime does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Peppa tries counting sheep. 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep. The sheep keep jumping, but sleep does not. The more they count, the more sheep appear, and Peppa and George's eyes grow wider and wider. The next morning, the 2 siblings look like they've counted the entire farm. Daddy Pig and Mummy Pig simply smile, because tonight, no one will need to remind them to sleep early.
Peppa and George were sitting in the yard when they looked up at the sky and saw a cloud shaped like a bear. Peppa pointed at the sky and said, "Look, this cloud looks like a bear sleeping."
Huh?
George mimicked the bear, lying down and pretending to sleep on the grass, making Peppa laugh loudly. Mummy Pig walked over and saw them, saying, "You both are so cute, just like real bears." Peppa and George stood up and began imitating bears, walking slowly around the yard, laughing happily. Finally, the whole family sat together in the yard, looking at the bear-shaped cloud and enjoying the simple joy of the moment. The log floated away. Peppa and George are playing near the riverbank. There are so many interesting things to see here.
Hey!
Look! Peppa finds a big log. It looks very heavy. Peppa tries to push it by herself, but the log won't move.
Hey!
George decides to help Peppa. They use all of their strength. Push! Push! The log slowly starts to roll. And splash! The log falls into the water. Look, it floats. The log starts to drift gently down the river. Peppa Peppa and George wave goodbye to the adventurous log. They throw in a small leaf to be its captain. What fun!